Hey, it's Labor Day. Never knew what Labor Day was for when we was growing up other than laboring all day and working. And it hasn't changed much now that I'm finally a grown up. I'm almost, gosh, I'm almost reaching middle age. Started out here. I done picked some terrible looking corn. This is some sorry looking stuff. The odd weather, I don't know, it had to do with the dry and the heat and very sporadic rains. Sweet corn didn't come out real good this particular plant, but I planted like 7 or 8 plantings, which is what I usually do because we like to eat corn every night throughout the summer. This is the first summer we haven't had it every single night all the way through when it started in a lot of years. Just been that odd a summer weather-wise. But anyhow, we're gonna cut this off and put her in the freezer. There'll be some more. I have several more plantings coming along. I should get some all the way up through October. We're hoping anyhow. But anyway, I got to get this in the house, and the women folk going to cut it off of there. And then they put it in a big pot and boil it up a little bit, or blanch it, or whatever we call it. And then I'm going to cut some hay down. Hope we get some dry enough weather this week. And I'm sure, well, I got a lot of other things I got to work on to get ready for the fair, which is in 2 weeks. So I better get going. What are you bothering me for? You always follow me around and expect me to talk to you. We're going to have to change that. I don't know. Anyhow, see you. I got to carry this, the shucks and the old ears that wasn't good enough to keep out to the steers. I'm running low on ear corn, so I'm kind of supplementing it a lot with sugar corn fodder and shucks. All shucks. Anyway, I got to carry that out to the barn. I'm getting ready to do it too. I'm going to put it in. I never showed you this, did I? This here's our handy dandy all-purpose preambulator for moving stuff around. It probably was worth quite a bit to an antique dealer or something back when we first got it. I don't know where I found the thing at. I don't know. It was in bulk trash or what, but it used to be old baby carriage, old time one. It's kind of thing like the baby coach wheels, like you'd make a go-kart out of, go down the hill. Snoopy's, he gives it his seal of approval. We took all the baby handling parts off, and now it's just a flatbed little 4-wheel trailer. We put this thing on there, and I use that to pick corn. And I'm going to put the shucks back in there and carry it, give it to the steer. Why you're interested in watching any of this, I don't know. But yet here you are. You haven't turned it off yet. You haven't fast forwarded to this. That tells me a lot about you. And I'm not sure I like it. Anyway, just checking to see if I'm recording or not. Sometimes I forget to push the record button. A lot of good material gets lost that way. But anyway. I have successfully moved the load from this trailer to this one. Well, here we go. To the barn. Look out, pups. Ooh. I just felt like putting up a goofy video because I have a hard time this time of year. When September comes, I really like summertime. Long days, lots of sunlight. I have a very, very hard time with winter. It isn't so much the cold and snow, it's just shortness of days. It's just, I'm not a fan of snow. I mean, I like to have enough snow to go sledding. I still like to go sledding. I ain't outgrown that yet. But anyway, I just kind of felt like putting up well, I'm making myself put up a silly video. Because I have a hard time keeping from getting depressed and stuff this time of year. I love the spring. The days are getting longer. Love it in the summer when the days are long. But we got this time of year where you know that the days are getting shorter and winter's coming. I have a tough time fighting depression. So, but luckily, as you get a little older, you're not that I'm getting old, not yet. But as I've heard people say, as they get older, time seems to go quicker, and things don't last as long. I know summers don't last as long as they used to. Used to seem like they went on forever. Maybe winter won't seem as long as it used to either. And lately we've been having some southern winters. We're right on the line. We are just below the Mason-Dixon line. Thank heaven we made it, just by the skin of our teeth. But we made it there. By golly, official Southerners. Gateway to the South. Not many people think of it that way. Look on the map. Look on the map. You'll see. Mason-Dixon line is right betwixt and between Pennsylvania and Maryland. That's what we call Maryland here. When you live in Maryland, you don't say that. You say Maryland. And anyway, some people live in Baltimore, so we say Balmer, Maryland. But anyway, I'm rambling, aren't I? And yet you're still watching. Anyway, I'm going in the barn now. Here we go. The steers are anxiously awaiting. Yep. But that is one of the reasons why I have not been putting up as many videos, probably. Hadn't been a conscious thing. It's just I start to get just not, I don't know, the realization starts to hit me that days are getting shorter and winter is coming, and I do get not as feeling not as creative or energetic. Look out there, cow. Steer, Mr. Steer. No, you're not a mister anymore. I don't know what you'd call you. But anyway, neuter. Look out, neuter. I get the feeling not as inspired to do stuff like this here. I'm pushing myself. Plus, I need some more viewers because the money's nice. No, I'm just kidding. It don't hurt. There you go. Yep. You gonna say hello to the folks? Yeah. Nod your head. Something. There you go. All right. Gonna blow your nose or anything? Can you roll over? No, you want me to go the way so you can go over here and eat, don't you? All right, I'll do that. Hi. Oh, that's that's not what you think. I'm watering the cows here. Yeah. Anyway, never mind. Let's drop that, shall we? Anyhow, they found this pile over here, and they're going after it. By golly, ain't but 4 steers up in here now. And just talked to the butcher this morning, and he's cutting up the big one that I took down there last week. I should have filmed some of that, but like I say, I was just uninspired. I got myself back together. I've weathered many winters. The only winters I've ever liked was Jonathan Winters. Now he's funny. He's a funny fella. And always enjoyed his humor. Patterned mine after his, somewhat. And Jerry Lewis not so much, but Ernest. I like Ernest. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Yeah. Anyhow. Find an interesting short piece of a stick, Snoopy. Been down in the manure getting a flavor coating, huh? Yeah. I can see why you'd find interest in that. Mm-hmm. Get him, Snoopy. Spill it. Gotta work a little more on this hood before I run out and cut down that hay. So trying to be serious. I'll try to pull that off. Well, I'm done working on that for now. And sun is halfway shining. I'll go out there, and I guess the dew is off the grass enough to cut it. So go out there and cut some hay. This is the third cutting. Snoopy, what are you yipping about? And third cutting, and if we hadn't had that dry spell, it would have been the fourth, and then I probably could have got a fifth cutting early October. We do get 5 cuttings here at a time, but I'm only going to get 3 or 4 this year. So anyway, I can't move that 4240 out of the way because the tires are off of it being cut right now. Well, I guess I got to move my roll back, and I ought to move that trailer, but I'm just going to go around it. Yep. Got to move the roll back. But man, hay grew back with a vengeance, there's no doubt. I don't know if I should wait until all the dew is off of it or not. This time of year, dew doesn't get off of it till too late in the day. Most of it will be off by the time I'm done cutting, so hour and a half. I'm going to do something novel and actually grease this thing up before I start cutting. So I really am. I ain't going to show it on here, but it's the truth. I'm going to do it. All right, don't believe me then. All right, look. There's grease. There's grease on things. I've been greasing. Hey, there's grease. I told you I was going to do it. Anyway. Got the hay done. Back to work on the hood for a minute, then we're going to go in for lunch, dinner time. This is basically how we spend our Labor Days around here, laboring. Never did quite know what Labor Day was for. Didn't know what Memorial Day was for a long time. We finally figured out what that was for. We still had to work through most all Labor Days anyhow. But Labor Day, well, through Memorial Days. We worked through Memorial Day and Labor Day. Even though I'm thankful for the soldiers that gave their lives and served, even if you didn't give your life, or what they did to, I guess that's what Memorial Day is for. But Labor Day, I really ain't got a clue what that's about, except working. So anyway, we usually only pay attention to 4th of July and Thanksgiving and Resurrection Day, Resurrection Sunday. And maybe sometime I'll tell you why we don't pay much attention to Christmas. But that's definitely for another time. Catch you later. Join us next time for the next exciting episode of Labor Day. What's that about? We'll be coming up soon.